It's time, man. It's time, man. Alright, begin. Yeah. Straight out.
What? Ha! What's up, everyone? It's Friday, and we are live and unedited. Apparently, no censor there on our lyrics. But hey, we're all adults here, right? Sit down with Sam, coming at you for a market update. I don't know if anyone else out there watched Ozark or not, but as I finished off the season, they rekindled my love for Nas, and as the soundtrack played, and I was just like, I've got to hear that song, and here we are. Thought I'd bring it to you for this wonderful Friday market update, and what I consider to be a very interesting market update. A lot of things going on out there. We've been talking about it in the past few market updates, and I'll continue to talk about it. We may be seeing the start of a balanced marketplace, or see things start to cool down, if you will, a little bit. Stats showing now that the current housing inventory has hit the highest level that we've seen since 2010. So more homes available now than we have seen in 12 years. So it's been quite some time, which is an amazing stat. And, some of this could be argued that this is based off of the increase in interest rates. And I wouldn't necessarily argue with that, but why that, I would say there's different reasons why someone might think of how that would pull back some of the buyers or what we're seeing. I think there's the psychology to it, really. When you think about it, there's going through and looking at this, higher interest rates, higher costs start to, I think, put certain weight on that attraction towards trying to make a move right now. We're also going into the summer, right? I mean, who wants to go buy a home in the summer right now? I mean, it's time to get out and go swimming and enjoy ourselves and do those things, right? At least that's how some people think, and I'm sure there's plenty of people, obviously, who still want to buy homes, but I'm just saying that the psychology of it might have something to play. So we'll have to see how this continues to build in the next few months. But I think that what we're seeing right now is that there's a situation where there's more inventory on the market because some properties are actually making it to the market. And I said this, I think it was on the last market update, but it was in 2021, there were over 6.5 million sales that took place, which was a record. So although we're seeing an inventory shortage, there are more sales than ever. And I think that part of that's because the sales are just not staying on the market very long, or even making it to that open marketplace. Well, maybe that's starting to shift now. We're starting to see some properties come online, which is great. And that might give a fighting chance to those of you who are out there still looking to find your dream home, or whatever you're looking at for that matter. Interest rates have seen now the second week in a row of starting to pull back. We're starting to see improvements in the interest rates as they sound the alarm on possible, maybe seeing hopefully the top of the inflation marker, and even start to dip back. You're starting to see that interest rates are coming back as well. The idea behind increasing interest rates is to stave off inflation. So as we see inflation start to pull back, then they're going to pull back on interest rates, because obviously the goal is not to kill things, it's to try and balance them out. So again, we're seeing interest rates start to pull back. I know a lot of people have been taking advantage of that. I still highly recommend, if you're looking at options right now, you should lock an interest rate as soon as possible, because the movement of interest rates is really just a headline away, right? We're in a position where they could go one way or the other at any point in time. So take advantage of that if you haven't already. But going up and showing this, we're showing that pending home sales has fallen now. I believe this is the sixth month in a row. In April, we saw the stats coming out. So that's 6 months in a row that pending homes have fallen back. And that also obviously comes into play when you show that there's more inventory. But that's what we're looking for, is a balance. Now, this is all great news, but home prices, we're still not seeing a pullback in, throughout every marketplace. I do still think we're going to see some of the homes start to drop down, and I think they will come down in some of the markets that we saw just overinflated prices in. So we'll watch that and see what's going on. But right now, prices still predicted to continue to increase, although at a more gradual pace. And the reality is that rents are going up. People still want to buy homes. The supply, although inventory is increasing, the supply and demand is not balanced out yet. There's still a lot more people looking to buy a home than there are homes for sale. So we'll see how long that takes until we start to see that possibly impact home prices. So for now, money's getting cheaper. Prices are still going up, but there's more places. So perhaps this is a perfect time to buy a home. It's put you in a position where you might be able to find a place that you're looking at that is more ideal. You're again getting a fighting chance at seeing it before it, says listed and sold within an hour of the same day. So you might have a better fighting chance with that and finding a place. And yes, money is more expensive, but at the same time, as long as you're comfortable with that monthly payment, you find a place that you love, you can afford it, then it's always a great time to buy. And, for those of you who do look to purchase, as we watch, I've been doing this a long time, almost 23 years, over 22 years. Who's counting? I don't know. But going through looking at this, interest rates rise and fall. And for those people who are buying homes and they are locking in at higher interest rates, well, of course, when rates drop, we'll refinance you. We'll cover the cost. We'll put you in a position where we can make the best of it. I always say to hope for the best, but plan for the worst. And by that, I mean, obviously that's great. We can hope that interest rates will improve and that you would be able to bring more of a savings to that aspect. But as far as planning for the worst, that means just make sure you're comfortable with what you're paying for the loan. So when you get into a position, you buy a home, make sure you're not counting on any type of short-term fix, a Band-Aid solution, if you will, saying like, oh, well, we'll pay this now, but hopefully it'll come down. Just make sure you're comfortable for the long game. And then, of course, if things improve, you'll see a better position. So I wanted to keep it short as we go into this holiday weekend. And, this is a holiday. People will be taking off Monday. A lot of people have already heading out right now. So I just want to take a quick moment to thank all of those who have, paid the ultimate price. And for those who have served and paid that ultimate price for us, our hearts go out to those and their family. Definitely, I think a bit of a somber tone going into this weekend, not only for those who may remember, but also just given what we've seen this last week in the course of tragedy and things that we're in the face of. I read a quote earlier and it resonated with me, and it said, that America may not be perfect, but it's still the best country, and it's still the best country for me. And for those of us out there, I think a lot of people agree. So our hats off in memory to those, again, who've given their lives and made that sacrifice. So we can do Instagram Live, right? And we can go out and we can do the things that we enjoy in our life. So, hats off to you. And for everyone else out there, I hope that you enjoy your weekend, spend this time with your families, hold them dear, and we'll keep you updated on the market as it continues to move. Take care.